Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode. I know that it has been a while and we are here to give my monthly update for my portfolio. So let's jump right into it. April 1st, 2022. You know I give monthly updates for my goal to get to $1 million by the age of 40, starting with $25,000, investing $500 a month over the next 18 years at a 17 after-tax return to get to $1 million by the age of 40 on February 5th, 2039. And based on these goals, on April 1st, just a couple days ago, about a week or so ago, I need to be at $37,250. And I ended up falling short of that goal by a couple $1,000, and I'm basically around the same dollar amount right now. Now, if you go to my portfolio and you look at the performance tab, you can see that things have been rough in the market over the last couple of months. For example, if we look at the 3-month and year-to-date chart, going all the way to the beginning of 2022, you can see that I'm right in about the middle of these indexes. The NASDAQ and the Russell had a negative 8.9 and negative 7.5% negative return respectively, and I am currently doing a negative 6.2%. Now, in the last 1 month, once again, oddly enough, about the same scenario. I'm kind of in the middle. Like, I did beat the Russell that came in at 1.2. I did beat the Dow that came in at 2.4. And mine performed 2.8% plus, but I did get outperformed by the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Now, the thing is, whether I'm beating or losing, right now I'm in the middle for all three of these categories, but whether I'm beating or losing is not really a big deal to me. What I'm really interested in is when we start to get to these 3, 5, and 10-year performance. If I'm not beating all of these indexes once I get to these levels, that's when I'll really be upset. So if I lose out on a month, 3 months, even a year return, that's not really a big deal to me. But once you start getting to about 3 years and beyond, once we get to this category, that's when I'll really either celebrate or really, kind of be upset. Since joining Fidelity, those of you that followed me long term know they used to be with M1 Finance. I've even had portfolios with Robinhood and other brokerages, but this has been my month-over-month returns from start to finish. Plus 5, minus 10, plus 20, minus 4, minus 13, minus 21. The month of January was absolutely brutal. The good news is February was a big recovery, plus 15. March was a slight upwards month of 0.288%. And then, of course, I'm still doing my monthly $500 investment. And then hopping over here to my positions. If you haven't seen me in a while, which I know honestly I haven't posted in about a month or so, you probably noticed a lot of changes. So first off, to start things out, one of my positions I did sell out of. I sold out of CleanSpark, and we'll give you an update on my closed positions so far this year. So looking at the month over month, I should also mention that I also sold out of CRSR. So for the month of January, my booked profits were $647. The month of February, my booked profits were $603. March, I booked some losses of $221. And then so far in April, as of April 6th, the day that I'm filming this, I booked $138. I actually booked a small profit yesterday of $29 and then a small profit today of $109. And these are my daily performances and fluctuations. And now these are all booked gains. These are not unrealized. So obviously as the market moves up and down, these are actually profits or losses that reach the books. And so far for the year in 2022 in my portfolio, I'm at $1,167 worth of profit, nowhere near even close to where we were in 2021 with over $6,000 hitting some really big months there. But going into 2022, I'm still positive. That's good. And then my unrealized gains is what's really lacking up, because especially Chewy, that's been the one that's really held me up. And until this week, it has been my largest investment. I've invested about $20,000 in a Chewy, and I now have the largest investment I've ever made into a company in the history of my investing career, which is Salesforce. I've invested $21,500 in a ticker symbol CRM Salesforce. Now, we'll hopefully try to give a video breaking down this investment, why I chose it. Now, like with Salesforce, like I do with all my companies, same thing with Chewy, same thing with iRobot and all the other holdings that you see me have, I consistently do covered calls. I'm going to be generating covered call income, and I'm going to be using this money to further invest into my portfolio to buy more large companies like this. Now, I've went ahead and calculated where I need these companies to be by February of 2023, which is really what I base my goals around. Looking at these goals, I track month over month, but I'm really shooting for this number right here. The main thing that I wake up every week and I look in my investing portfolio is this one right here. Where do I need to be at by my birthday of next year to hit my goal? And the number for me is a little over 47,000. Right now, looking at my portfolio, I'm $33,000 and some change. Now, I'm going to be investing $500 a month, so that means every year, about $6,000 of the portfolio going up in value is strictly just from deposits, right? but I obviously have to make money. And that's when you see like these statements like here in 2021 and 2022, this is what really needs to happen in order for me to make money. Now, a big part of that, especially right now being early on, a huge chunk of the gains is hard to tell right now because you see these three. See how all three of these are red? You have plus 65%, plus 48%, plus 46%. Those are covered calls. Those will steadily increase and just bring value over the months as I sell covered calls and they expire out of the money. Now, all I need to be at, based off of where my deposits are at, my iRobot position and Chewy position don't actually have to be a whole lot higher because I've booked so much profits from covered calls and then some other short-term trades like call options. The good news is all iRobot has to be is $70 a share, and I need Chewy to be about $50, which it was literally there just about 2 days ago. So the last couple of days in the market has been brutal. Literally 2 days ago, my portfolio was $37,000, and in literally the last 2 days, I've went down like $4,000. It's ridiculous. Down $1,676 just on the day. And so this is the hard part: is that when you look at my overall performance and it says negative 17% or 10 grand, that doesn't really give you the full picture when you look at the closed positions. And this obviously doesn't take into account all the gains that I had last year with M1 Finance and also with Robinhood. I think last year, let's go back here. So I had $6,000 and some change in Fidelity last year. I know that between all of the three accounts that I filed taxes on, M1 Finance, Robinhood, and Fidelity, I know that I claimed a little over 11 grand in investment income. I don't think it'll be that high this year, but hopefully I can get this number probably close to somewhere around, say, $5,000. The good news is that since I don't need them to get very high, even if Chewy, say, gets to $50, my goal where it needs to be at 2023, and I sell it, I actually get to take a tax write-off because my cost basis per share is $67.86. That doesn't mean I will sell it at $50. I'll probably end up holding it longer, but the point is I can sell some aggressive covered calls to generate monthly income at a steady rate. Because if you look at all these is hundreds of dollars a month. Just over the next, 2 months or so, I'm already scheduled to make about thousands of dollars in covered call income. And so that's what's really going to help boost up my portfolio and help bring those gains up. But I'll make a video very soon talking about why I think Salesforce, ticker symbol CRM, is a wonderful company. I've looked into this company so heavily over the last month or two, and I'm just impressed. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful business. And I have to say, in case you haven't heard of it, if you look at this list, there's 3 companies I own. It's CRM, Chewy, CHWY, iRobot, IRBT, and then there's one extra on the list. And you don't see me own shares of this company, but it is PAYC, Paycom. And if you didn't know, big news, so I finally got my first job out of college. I haven't graduated college yet. I actually graduate on May 7th, so I have a month and a day from the time that I'm filming this. But I did get a job at a wonderful tech company based out of the headquarters in Oklahoma City. It's a fantastic company. I'm so excited to start my position. I won't directly probably purchase an investment through my investment portfolio, but I do intend on owning stock through their employee stock purchase plan and maybe even some of my retirement like my 401k. But other than that, guys, this is just the update for where I'm at in my portfolio. This is where my head's at. This is where I'm looking forward. I really think this goal right here of 47,000, the way my portfolio is set up, I think that I'm probably going to be behind this goal for a while. Right now, like I said, I'm about $3,500 behind my goal. I think we're going to obliterate that goal. I think, honestly, by February 5th of 2023, we're going to be at 50K plus. I could be completely wrong. I'll put my money where my mouth is. If I'm wrong, I'll lose money. If I'm right, you're going to see this skyrocket. But either way, I'm here to show my results. Success or failure, either way, I'm going to show it to you all as usual. I won't be posting as much now since I am starting my new career and I'm really focusing on that, but I'm still going to try to give you guys updates from time to time. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.